Yo, what's going on YouTube, and welcome back to our Minnesota Twins discussion videos. And if you're new here, just very quickly, if you like the Minnesota Twins, if you like baseball in general, make sure to hit that subscribe button for more mainly Minnesota Twins news every single day or every other day, because that's what we do here. So now we're going to jump into the video. 3 games are underway. I mean, it's the second day of spring training, but with the split squad yesterday, 3 games are underway, are under the belt. They are in the past, and we're going to be talking about today's game against the Red Sox today. We did lose, but we're going to go through all the players and everything, all the stats that you need to know. Like I said, if you're a Twins fan, this is where you want to be this season. So let's talk about the game. We ended up losing 5-8 or 8-5 against the Red Sox. It was technically an away game. You know, what does that mean in spring training? They're all in Florida, so we did lose. And, you know, I don't want this to be like, oh, you know, it's a big deal, because it's not, because it's spring training and it doesn't matter. But, you know, I don't want this to be like a negative video, because there are a lot of positive things that came out because of this game today, because of yesterday's games. There's a lot of positivity in the Twins, in their bullpen, in their pitching, in their players. We're looking good. So we did lose, and now let's jump into the stats. So Max Kepler, let's start with him. 2 at-bats today, 2 hits, 2 runs, 2 RBIs. He also walked because he hit 2 home runs. That was nice. That was nice. He definitely earned his extension today for the rest of whatever. I don't know what the extension was, like 5 years, something like that. It was a lot of money, but, you know, if that's the kind of player that we're going to get, I am all for it. And I'm going to talk to you a little bit more about him at the end of this video after I go through everybody else. But more, and I might even do a whole video in particular, depending on how he does later in the year or later in spring training. He has improved a lot from what I saw just on a couple of highlight videos, because I didn't even watch the game today. So let's go through this, though. John Kemmer. I don't know who half these people are, by the way. I don't know if they're just minor leaguers or if we signed them. I don't know, because their names are not familiar to me. But John Kemmer, he got a walk and an 0 for 1. Ronald Torreyes, somebody who I'm really excited for this year. He went 0 for 3. That's not great. He did play shortstop, but there's a lot of hope for him. You know, we have Jonathan Scope. We have Polanco, Andrianza right now. We have him, Nick Gordon. We have like 5 possible like second base players who can play second or short. It's going to be interesting to see how he does. I really want him to do well, and again, I'll make a video on this sometime probably. I really want him to do well. I just don't know what I expect from him right now, but he went 0 for 3 yesterday. Drew Maggi also went 0 for 2. Mitch Garver had a hit, also had a run. Then we have Ben Rovetti. I don't know how to say his name, but he went 0 for 1. He was also the catcher today. I don't know if we signed him or not, but he's a minor leaguer. Then Lucas Duda, who's, you know, again, I really want him to do well. I'm not a big fan of Lucas Duda. I like him, but I have mixed feelings about him. Let's just say that. He went 0 for 3. Jordan Gore, 0 for 1. Brent Rooker, who shares the name as me, nice, big fan of him, went 2 for 1, or 2 at-bats, 1 for 2. Let's talk in baseball terms, and he had a run. Thomas Talise, again, don't know if I'm saying these guys' name right. That's the last time I'm going to mention it, but 0 for 1. Lamonte Wade, 1 for 2 with an RBI. Luke Raleigh, 1 for 1 with an RBI. Zach Granite went 0 for 2. Jim Kerrigan, 0 for 2. Randy Caesar, 1 for 3 with a run and an RBI. Alex Perez, he had a walk. Nick Gordon, 0 for 2. Again, big things, hopefully, for him this year. You know, he's getting to the age, I think, what is he, 22? He'll be 23 this year. He's getting to that age where in the minor leagues, as a prospect at least, you got to be pushing up now. He's like I said, he's been rising up, but he is right there where he's got to make that breakthrough. Otherwise, I mean, we could use him for trade bait maybe, but like he's going to be out. So he's got to push through, I think, this season. I think he could, but he's got to do something. Winston Sawyer 0 for 2. Martin Perez got the nod today for the first 2 innings. He gave up 2 runs. Nice. So again, I'm not one of those people that are like, hey, spring training is really important. We need to win every game. If we don't, we're gonna lose this season. The season sucks already. We're in trouble, like that kind of thing. So, what can you do? But I'm not a fan of Martin Perez. You all know that. If you haven't, what time is it? 5:21 in the video. Anyways, there's a video on my channel. Why him? I talk about that Martin Perez trade. Why did we get him? I don't know. But I don't think he will be good. Hands right there. Okay. But I don't like Martin Perez. I don't think we needed him as a pitcher. I don't like him. I really don't think we should have signed him at all. But he pitched today. He went, let me scroll down here, 2 innings pitched, gave up 3 hits, 2 earned runs. And again, like I said, it's spring training. I don't know what this really means. I don't like it. Like, same with Chase DeYoung yesterday. If you give up 3 runs in the first inning, regardless, if it's spring training, that's probably even worse for a pitcher because they all are bad players. Like, they're not bad players. It's not Mookie Betts out there every day. It's not, Mookie Betts, JD Martinez, the rest of the Boston Red Sox. They're their minor leaguers. They're their signed guys. They want to see the rookies. Like, come on. You cannot be giving up 2 runs in the first 2 innings in spring ball. But hey, it's the first day. I don't want to bash on him too hard. It's the first day. See how he goes. But I don't like him. Definitely don't think we needed him. So that's my spiel on him today. We'll give him a couple more chances. But if that's what we're going to be seeing all year, you better get rid of him, or we're just gonna give up the World Series because we have a chance this year. But what can you do? So a couple other pitchers that pitched today. Blake Parker, no hits, no runs, no errors, no nothing. Addison Russell had a strikeout. Trevor May had a strikeout. Tim Collins, 2 hits, 2 earned runs, 1 walk, 1 strikeout. Austin Adams, 1 strikeout, 1 hit allowed. And then Pat Dean, he had 2 hits, 4 earned runs, 2 walks, and 2 strikeouts. He was the guy who basically gave the game today. And let's just look over the box score. So we were in it. We were up 4-2 in the second. And then we gave up 4 runs in the 8th inning. And we were up 5-4. And then we gave up 4 runs with Pat Dean. So got 2 outs, 4 runs. I don't want to see him again. But, again, first day. Second day, First time on the mound. Let's give him a day or 2. Let's give him a time. And we'll see what happens. So, the Twins did score 5 runs, 5-8, like I said, 7 hits. They had 10, and they also had an error, but it's spring training, so who cares? We're 1-2 now. Boston's 2-0. It doesn't really matter. But here's the positive. So if you're here, hi, how you doing? Thank you for sticking around for 8 minutes. But the positives about this, there's 2 positives here. One, we're still hitting the ball pretty well. We only had 7 hits, but Kepler 2 home runs. A couple of these other guys whom you maybe wouldn't think would be getting some hits. Mitch Garver, I would love to see him have a great season. Brent Rooker, could he make the majors? I don't know. But then like Lamonte Wade, I like him. I don't even know who Luke Raleigh is, but hey, if he does well, some of these guys who are getting a chance, I like that. And start building them up. But specifically Kepler, I want to talk about him. This is the second positive. I have seen so much of an improvement of him by literally watching the 2 at-bats he had today from last season. He is more square. It looks like he's focused. He has got more of a sharp stance. He used to be like kind of wide open, like, kind of have it, not like a Rod Carew thing, but he just have his bat, kind of hanging back here, and then he just whoosh like that. Today, he was focused. He was square up. He was ready, knees bent. You've probably seen it if you're a Twins fan, but he was ready, and when he took that bat, there was a little step. That's important. He's getting power, or at least he's using his legs for power. He's not just swinging with his arms and his upper body like I think he was before. And if that's the kind of swing we can see from Kepler, I like that. And I'm going to be honest, I'm very skeptical of him. I don't know if he really deserved that contract, and I kind of want to make a whole video on this now. But I don't know if he really deserved the extension. But if this is the kind of stuff he's producing, All-Star, MVP, Gold Glove, I don't know, you name it, give it to this guy. Because if this is the kind of stuff we're going to be seeing, it's the same thing as like I said with Buxton yesterday. If that is the kind of stuff we're going to be seeing, the Twins will be World Series champions for the next 4 years at least. But like, that's the kind of thing. Is he had a little bit more of a I just want to say major league stance, and the way he was swinging at those balls, it looked good today. So that is the recap of today with the spring training game with the Boston Red Sox. The main thing about it, again, is positivity. Like yesterday with Buxton's 3-run home run, today with 2 home runs from Max Kepler. Some guys that were not stepping up last year, if they can step up this year, and then you've still got Rosario, you still got Cruz, if he does anything, and then the rest of the guys, you're looking at a solid team, and I like it. I like where we're headed. I like what is happening in the first 2 days of spring training. It's a long season, though. We'll see how it pays off, but I like where we're going, and that's day 2 recap. Thanks for watching. Make sure to come back tomorrow, and we'll see you then.